September 27th, 2026. A quiet, normal morning began in Tehran. An important meeting of Iran's top leadership was being held in a building surrounded by tight security in the center of the capital. From the outside, everything was normal. The streets were full of people, the movement of vehicles. The city was busy as usual. But behind this normality, an invisible war was going on. According to various international sources, the world's most powerful intelligence agencies were keeping an eye on that building. Their suspicions were that Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was present there. First, some unusual movements were detected. The comings and goings of high-ranking individuals came to mind. Then, long-term surveillance began. Satellite, cyber monitoring, data analysis, all of which gradually confirmed the target. This entire operation began not with weapons, but with information. After months of collecting information, when it was confirmed that the top leadership was in a specific location, the next step began. The people of Tehran still knew nothing. The city was running as usual, but an unusual situation was slowly developing above the sky. Suddenly, reports of explosions began to come from different parts of the city. The security forces were confused. According to analysts, this was the original plan, to keep the defense system busy. Then, the real attack began. About 200 warplanes took part in the operation simultaneously. A huge pressure was created in the air. Many people did not pay attention to the distant explosions at first, but in fact, they were preparations for the main blow. Gradually, the center of the attack approached the protected complex, where the country's top leaders were present. According to the security plan, they were supposed to be in a deep underground shelter, but in reality, they were staying in a relatively less secure place, and this small mistake became the biggest weakness. When the intelligence information began to match completely, the final decision was made. Everything happened in a matter of moments. A powerful explosion shook the entire area. Multi-layered security collapsed. The place that had been considered inaccessible for so long was reduced to rubble in an instant. Many inside were completely wiped out before they knew it. Several important figures in Iran's military and security forces were killed in the attack. The incident quickly spread throughout the country. The people of Tehran then began to understand that this was not just a military attack, but a strategic blow. This operation was aimed at both the leadership and morale of a state. Immediately after the incident, grief and anger spread across the country. In political circles, it was seen as a direct blow to sovereignty. According to analysts, in modern warfare, a few minutes of decision can change the course of history, and this incident is no exception. Because war is no longer limited to the border, it has reached the most secure places in the state. However, history shows that even if a leadership can be hit, it is not so easy to break the morale of a nation. Rather, such incidents often give rise to new resistance. That day in Tehran is not just a story of destruction. It symbolizes the beginning of a new uncertainty, tension, and future conflict. Because an attack is over in minutes, but its echoes live on in history for years.